Today we are day 351, 14 days to go. And what I want to talk about today is holding grudges, but also like along the themes of that, but also like someone who has wronged you or maybe has like messed up. And I want to have this conversation because I think it is a powerful conversation to have. Because sometimes as humans, we tend to hold on to things a little too long. And we tend to put people that either have wronged us or have done some, have done some shitty things, or we're in a bad place and, they were not in a good headspace. And then we basically put them in jail and leave them there. And I want you to take a moment to think right now, is there someone in your life that you are holding a grudge towards? Is there someone in your life that you haven't forgiven? Is there somebody in your life that has went through a rough patch and, may have taken advantage of you or others? And just take a moment and see what comes up. Is there somebody in your life that you're mad at? Is there somebody in your life that you're upset with? And I really want you to kind of really think about who this person is and why, you come up with what did they do? Why are you upset with them? And whatnot. But I also want you to think of how long have you been upset with them? How long have you been holding this emotion? How long have you been having this sense of, frustration with them, or bitterness or anger, or whatever that is, or disappointment even? And I really want you to take a moment to really just think about it. And most of the time when we are mad at someone else for wronging us, it's because there's something about ourselves that we're mad at. We're mad at ourselves for something. Or if we are disappointed with someone, it's because we are disappointed in ourselves. And it is easier to point the finger to things outside of us because of evidence and circumstances that this person did this XYZ wrong. And it's easier to point that finger to them and say, well, because they did that, rather than sitting in and looking within in our own internal stuff. Because to actually truly look within and to look at how, in the areas where we are bitter towards ourselves, we are angry or frustrated or disappointed or insert any other emotion towards ourselves, to really look into that is uncomfortable. And sometimes we don't want to, and it is easier to point the finger elsewhere. Because everybody that comes into our world, whether we consciously are aware of it or not, there is a reason that we cross paths with them. There is a reason as to why we've attracted them in our life, or why, and then vice versa, why they attracted us into their lives. And there's a reason of, them also learning something from this situation from you. So it all is intertwined, and it is all a mirror. Everything is a mirror. We are mirrors of one another, and we attract each other vibrationally and energetically for a reason. And so for the person that you're upset with or holding a grudge with or you're angry with, etc., I want you to ask yourself why, and where in that are you treating yourself that way in your life? Now, it may not actually necessarily be specifically correlated to the situation in itself. You can be treating yourself that way in other areas of your life, whether it is in your work life, whether it is in your financial life, whether it's in your friendships, your relationships with your family, etc. So it doesn't always necessarily mean that the the mirroring is directly related to said person. The mirroring is there to show you what you need to learn about yourself in the entirety of your life. Like, it's not like the mirroring doesn't happen because it's like, oh, it's like a love situation or a work situation. It's not always necessarily is that. Sometimes it is. So when you see that you are angry with the person, like, and you're angry with yourself, or you're guilty about something, or you're frustrated or bitter, etc., where in other areas of your life do you have that same emotion? Where in other areas in your life are you treating yourself that way? And that's where you need to look. And not so much pointing the finger to the other person and pointing the finger to everybody else. And I'm not saying that what they did was right or wrong. It's just this is where you begin to take your own responsibility for yourself and what you're doing for you. And then from there, can you forgive yourself? Can you forgive yourself for being angry at yourself? Can you forgive yourself for being frustrated with yourself? Can you forgive yourself for treating yourself like shit? Can you forgive all that? Is it possible? And then, by forgiving yourself, how does that feel in your body? And how do you now feel towards the other person? And you will only know once you actually truly forgiven yourself and how you feel towards that other person, that you will be able to let go of the anger, let go of the grudge, let go of the disappointment, let go of all those emotions. It doesn't mean that they're all going to go away overnight, but it's going to be a weight lifted off your shoulders, because now you have looked at the area that has been mirrored to you in your life, and you've forgiven yourself, and that ripples out to your external environment, to your external circumstances and situations. Everything is interconnected in more ways than you know. So that is today's live. If this live landed, if you like it, please like, share, all the good stuff. And oh my God, 14 more days to go. I will speak to you all tomorrow.